Alright, let's jump into some Smalland tips and tricks you need to know. As you may notice, I have primal leggings, primal wrappings. I have the full primal set. Right, the reason for this is, and you want to rush getting primal tunic as soon as possible. Let me show you where you get the primal gear. The cool thing is, it's the second place on your quest line, right? Start here, move across the water here, talk to Kalev, farm stone, and then the game kind of guides you down to here. These are not that far apart. You should get here if you're moving very quickly. So you come talk to this guy. Okay, and when you get here, you'll see, a skull, some bones, guide you in, and you'll come talk to this guy. You want to get to here before winter. You definitely don't want to be in winter without having come here. So you talk to this guy. He tells you, gives you a quest. You go find the big beetle, and you can get him to make you armor. Now, the armor he does make you is called primal armor. We'll go ahead and show you what that looks like real quick. So this is what primal armor looks like. Oh, it's pretty neat. I'm not sure about the mask, but the rest of it's pretty cool. So, what this does for you is this. Cold protection. This is really needed in the winter. I wasn't sure. I tested it. I don't remember if I have the recording of testing. If I do, I'll throw it in here. So it gives you 9, 9, 9, and 9. So 4 times 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 36 armor. Not armor, sorry. 36 cold protection. It only gives you 9, 11 armor, but 11 armor is still a lot better than what you probably had. Okay, and with the 36 cold protection, when winter comes around, you can put this on and you won't be cold. The cold won't kill you. It'll kill you if you're not wearing cold protection, of course. Another thing is, if you don't want to wear this, you want to wear something else, and the cold is still killing you. One thing you can do, I'll keep hitting the button, is this. You can craft Fey Chowder. 50 nourishment, box nourishment lost for 360 seconds, so your typical cauldron food. And it gives you cold protection of 50. So way more cold protection, but only lasts 240 seconds. So you're going to need a lot of this to make it through winter on just the chowder alone. Now, of course, at the beginning, if you wanted to, so you didn't want to rush down here and do this, you could spend extra time gathering some fiber and some supplies like that, and you can talk to Hearn. He'll give you a set of cold gear that won't hardly protect you from damage and fighting, but it will protect you from the cold, so you can always go that route. This guy's armor is really good until you can get the V armor, and it protects you from the cold. So it'll help you survive winter and allow you to survive the combat a lot easier. Alright, when it comes to using a bow, of course, getting flint arrows is kind of good. As you see, they cost wood, flint, insect fur, all pretty easy to get. So we'll go ahead and make a few real quick. And of course, it only takes 2 of each thing, and it makes 10 arrows of each one, so that's really nice. And of course, there's a recurved bow, which you can make at the crafting station here once you get access to certain things. So recurved bow requires silk, thread, fiber, and refined wood. So once you get some silk, you come here and make a recurved bow. This will change the game for you. Alright, the normal bow is horrible. Makes you not want to do bow fighting in this game. Kind of like the beginning part of Valheim with the first bow. Alright, so when you switch to this bow, it's great. This bow is amazing. Whether you're using wood arrows or flint arrows, it doesn't matter. I would recommend using flint arrows if you can afford them. If you've been gathering easily, get the supplies. I'll just spend like a little bit of time gathering them. And then silk. We'll show you where to get silk in a minute. I'll go ahead and show you on the map. This is from cocoons. Silk is all in here. Pretty easy to get. The only trick with getting it, if you don't want to kill spiders to get it, you want to hit the cocoons, you got to have a pair of flint shears on you. And you go beat the cocoons with those. How to get flint shears. So it's all, you need this to do that, you do that. But once you have it, pretty good, you're pretty set. You can see flint shears don't require too much either. Resin, flint, refined wood, fiber. Like I said, refined wood is made here. You need seed oil, which is just seeds to make. And then you use seed and wood to make refined wood. It's 1-to-1 ratio. Pretty decent. Alright, so that's how you go. And then we'll go show you what the cocoons look like in a minute. So you've probably already seen what the the normal bow looks like. So we're not gonna go over that and waste your time here. Let's show you what the recurve bow does. And of course, if you're looking for insect fur for your arrows, the bees. Bees are great. Oop, one shot, recurve bow, killed the bee. Alright, that's the wood arrow. See how easy that was? Lined up on it, shot it from a distance, no problem. Alright. Of course, the bow is not amazing in close combat, which that's fine. It's the normal for how bows work. Unless you're super skilled with a bow, you're probably not going to be using it in close combat, even in real life. So, I'm trying to find a way to show you. Let's just shoot over here and just watch the arrow's trajectory. You see how much that dropped, but not quite as much as before, right? Alright, but that's with wooden arrows. Okay, so what's the difference? Wooden arrows, 5% chance to hit critically, no velocity. Right? Look at the recurve bow. It's going to give us 65 velocity. That's only, I think, 10, maybe 15 above the normal bow velocity. But as you can see, it already makes a huge difference. Now, if we were to throw in flint arrows, as you notice, we still get the 5% critical chance. Now it does 2 extra damage, piercing damage, above what the wooden arrows do, I believe. Yeah. So, but here's the thing, you get 5 max velocity. And remember what I told you about the armor. Game devs are keeping the numbers low, but it's still doing percentage. Right? So, 5 velocity is quite a bit. As we saw earlier, you just shot that bow. You shot the arrow and you saw its drop. So let's aim it here. Look at that. Whole lot less drop. And just in case you were wondering, aiming in the same place, an arrow, a lot more drop. That's just a 5 velocity difference. Now combine, alright, so combine that with the 5 and the 15 or the 10 we're getting from the bow. You know, so we're getting 15 to 20 more velocity than what we start with in the game. That's insane. Right? That's just, it's a game changer. It makes it so much better. It's like actually using a bow and arrow now. Okay, there's something that you may not realize. Everybody talks about claiming a tree. You go get your tree, you build your house on the tree. But how do you actually do that? Where are the trees? What are they talking about? How do you know? Well, they're not on the map, right? So let me show you. You look around. Here's this tree here. Can I claim that tree? No. Can I claim that tree? Nope. How do you know? See these red shrooms growing up the side of it? That's a claimable tree. There are quite a few of them in the game. They're spread all over the map. The only way you'll know, though, that they're claimable is they have those red shrooms on them. Why is that? These are your stairs for climbing the tree. Okay. So you also see this right here, this shroom platform. And if you're on the correct side of the tree, you look up, which apparently we're not, or oh no, there it is. It's hard to see through the leaves. This is a lot easier in the winter to see because there's no leaves. There's a balloon up there. It's right there. All right, so that'll give you the know that you're at the correct tree. All right, cool. So it's just as simple as getting on the tree and claiming, right? Yeah. Yes and no. So let's show you real quick. So again, this is where grapples would come in handy. Taking some shortcuts up the tree, so I don't have to find the actual path. All right, so we'll come here, and you talk to this guy. I've already talked to him, but yeah, so we examine him. He tells us, and then we can, of course, I've already claimed this tree. Once you've claimed it, as you notice, no balloon here. Balloon-like elevator, it's up there. So you talk to these guys. So I've also seen questions about this. People stuck after claiming the tree, not able to get their balloon back to wherever. But you talk to the gnomes, the wooden gnomes, and they call the hot air balloon down for you. Okay. So once you've talked to him, he'll tell you need to climb the tree to claim the tree. And that's pretty much it. You make your way around the tree, follow the path up. When the path ends, you use the mushrooms, jump between the mushrooms. This is where having a grapple helps. Not necessary. Just pick your way carefully. No problem. Right? And then here we go. Look at the hot air balloon here now because we told the wooden gnome there we wanted it. And then this guy here, he's our tree butler. And he'll take us up to where we can build our house. That only happens after you've claimed it, right? So, kind of give you the tree here. Make your way around it. You'll do circles around the tree basically on your way up. Just do loops around it until you get to the top. it takes a little while. And if you really want this area up here to build in, that's great. You get to the top, there will be another tree gnome. Right, you talk to him, and then he lets you claim it, and then you can build a house. As you can see, I got my art style house started. Now, unfortunately, this is like Valheim. If you want to build on top of something, so I want to build a wall up higher, you have to get above and look down to snap the piece. I don't know. That means you have to build scaffolding and all kinds of stuff. You can't just stay at the bottom level and build up a couple of layers and build over how you want. But yeah, so anyway, that's this is it. This is what a tree looks like. And you can pretty much build anywhere up here you want. And you can pretty much build anywhere in the world you want. So why would you want to claim a tree and not just build somewhere in the world that you like better on the ground? Well, on the ground, technically other bugs can attack it if they get close. And other players can potentially access or maybe even break your stuff depending on the server settings. Up here, you can block player access to all your stuff. So if you're playing with random people you don't know, or maybe you don't trust a friend, whatever the reasoning is, you want your own place, no other players to touch, and you have other players on your server, you build here. And the stuff that's built in this circle is pretty safe. I'm not sure about out on the branches. You can build out on them. I don't know how safe it is from other players. If you enjoyed this tips and trick video, make sure to smash that like button. Have an awesome day.